the Rambler Network.
Hello, welcome back to Casablanca. In today's episode, I'm talking about Moulin Rouge, which is a 2001 musical romantic comedy, directed, produced, and written by Baz Luhrmann, and starring Nicole Kidman, Ewan McGregor, Jim Broadbent, and Richard Roxburgh. This is a film where people belt out Nirvana while doing the can-can, and no one thinks it's weird. It's where dialogue turns into love songs mid-sentence, where Kylie Minogue shows up as a green fairy who sounds like Ozzy Osbourne, giggles, and vanishes into a cloud of absinthe. It's loud, it's chaotic, it's melodramatic, and somehow it works. Let's start with the basics. Moulin Rouge stars Nicole Kidman as Satine, a courtesan with consumption and dreams of being a real actress, and Ewan McGregor as Christian, a wide-eyed writer from England who arrives in Paris to find truth, beauty, freedom, and, inevitably, love. Always this ridiculous obsession with love! The romance unfolds inside the Moulin Rouge, a cabaret club where reality is turned up to 11 and the volume is set permanently to Broadway on fire. Now, let's take a quick step back and talk about the real Moulin Rouge. The club opened in Paris in 1889, and it became famous for its lavish stage shows, its glamorous dancers, and of course, the can-can. The original building even had a giant red windmill on its roof. That's where the name comes from. Moulin Rouge literally means red mill. It was a place of fantasy and escape, drawing in artists, aristocrats, and thrill-seekers alike. Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec painted it. That's right. John Leguizamo's character was based on a real person. And while the modern version is a little more Vegas than vintage, the legend of the Moulin Rouge still looms large in pop culture. Baz Luhrmann's version captures the chaos and seduction of the place, even if it's filtered through pure cinematic excess. Now, if you've never seen this movie, or if it's been a while, let me warn you, this thing does not ease you in. From the first frame, this film moves like it just drank an entire case of Red Bull. The opening number, Lady Marmalade, crashes onto the screen like a sensory overload, and it never really lets up from there. The musical numbers, they're stitched together with the logic of a dream. One minute you're hearing the sound of music, the next you're hearing a mashup of John Lennon and the Police, then boom, you're in a tango version of Roxanne that somehow makes you cry. It's like someone raided a karaoke machine during a thunderstorm and decided, yep, this is art. But under the glitter and manic energy, there's something really touching going on. Baz Luhrmann leans hard into the melodramatic. People declare love at the top of their lungs. They cry in the rain. They die with dignity and smeared lipstick. And yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's also kind of beautiful. Let's talk about the Duke for a second. This guy, this absolute campfire of a character, played to absolute perfection by Richard Roxburgh. The Duke is one of the most delightfully awful villains in recent movie history. He's petty, jealous, and incredibly quotable. He's the kind of guy who'd threaten someone with murder, then demand a table near the stage for dinner. And somehow, despite all the danger he poses, he's hilarious. It's almost like Baz Luhrmann told Roxburgh, I want you to channel a Victorian-era landlord possessed by a cartoon goblin, and he responded with, say no more. Every time the Duke shows up, he steals the scene, and not just because his mustache is doing half the acting. What Moulin Rouge does so well is take that chaotic, glamorous spirit and turn it into a visual and emotional overload. It's not subtle. It doesn't want to be. It wants you to feel everything, all at once, and sometimes that's exactly what you need. I want to give a quick shout out to the Elephant Love Medley. You know I couldn't go this whole episode without talking about that scene. It's the moment where Christian and Satine trade lyrics from a dozen different love songs. U2, the Beatles, Bowie, and somehow, against all odds, it's romantic instead of cringe. That moment alone could power an entire karaoke bar for a month. So, should you watch Moulin Rouge? Honestly, yeah. It's not for everyone. Some people bounce off the style or the musical chaos. But if you surrender to the ride, it'll reward you with something unforgettable. At its heart, it's about love. Messy, doomed, glorious love. And even if it ends in tragedy, it leaves you feeling strangely full. And
The Rambler Network.